Greetings, family. Ah, a beautiful monarch butterfly, a huge one. Oh, family, and it's a light skin one. Instead of the deep orange, it's like a light yellow. Very pretty, family. Sorry I can't get you to see it. Anyway, family, greetings. Obviously, Empress D, I'm here in nature as usual. I hope you guys are well and getting out in nature too. Um, I'm gonna talk about myself today. I'm going to actually share with you, family, what I shared with myself on my drive to nature today. You know what I was saying to myself? Do you want to hear myself talk, family? I was telling myself on the drive here how proud I am of myself. That's the self talk that I have, family. And I want to share what I'm proud of myself for. I was telling myself how proud I am for still as the butterflies dancing in front of me, for continuing to be loving and kind and to continue to be in the mindset of service to others despite my experiences over the last 6 years, family. And when I think about it, I made a change to my diet. It's going to be 7 years this December. Shortly after the change in my diet, family, is when all of the major changes in my life happened. And shortly before I did the change in diet, I got my first son. He will be 7 this July, next month, okay? And my cat, Carmelo, came into my life just before all of the major transitions, as the butterfly is right here. Family, the butterfly literally flew right across where I'm holding the phone up. Anyway, I am proud of myself for maintaining my composure, for all of the growth that I have accomplished over the last 4 years, family. Specifically, the last 4 years since 2020, all of the growth, all of the lessons that I've learned. I feel like all of the lessons the universe is sending me, I've learned them. I feel like I've mastered all the tests. And I'm not trying to brag. And the butterfly is still here. You guys have to see this butterfly. I'm going to get this butterfly on. Is a butterfly on? Gotta get the butterfly, family. I don't even know what's happening. But this butterfly is dancing around me. Anyway, since the pandemic, 2020, life has totally changed. And I would say for the better. Although it depends on what you measure as success. So emotionally, spiritually, I've never been so, I've really grown. What hasn't grown is my finances. It did initially over the last few, so family, in 2017, like a lot of things happened in 2017 to kind of gear me to where I am today. And this is even pre-pandemic. I think I took in The Secret. And there are certain principles within that book, movie, audiobook. It was an audiobook I used to listen to while I was running. The Secret. And I used to listen to it over and over. And what I really implemented from The Secret is, like, I implemented lots of it, like all of it, about your thoughts. And I really started to be really cognizant of how I was thinking. And I've always been careful about money. I know that let me give you a little secret. I never said to my children, we can't afford it. I have never uttered those words. Or it's too expensive. I never uttered those words, and I did that on purpose. When you say that, that means, so we, like, Oh man, and it has to do with our mindset and how we think about money. Money is a currency. It's not even like a real thing. It doesn't really have value. It's paper, essentially, right? It's not gold that has a tangible, like it's paper that we assign a value. So no, right now we all agree that a $10 bill is a $10 bill. We all agree on that. If somebody, the person that made up money, just says, you know what, sorry, I'm not doing this anymore, this paper is worth nothing. Like, they can do that because it has no intrinsic value. It's paper. We all agree that it's worth something. So my whole point about talking about money, I can't even remember why. The point is, yeah, it's a currency. It's not real. Like, it's just something that we need and we use. The thing is, people put so much value on it. Oh, and what I find and what I've learned over the last few years, as I'm patting myself on my back and giving myself the flowers, is that people really value money, and they put money over people all the time, more so than not. And I would not fault them on it because we've been socialized and programmed to do so, right? It's just the construct of our societies, and it's so unfortunate. Anyway, back to me giving myself flowers. I've learned so much. And I think I've mastered the lessons that were all thrown at me. So many lessons simultaneously. It's been brutal. But I think I've done well. And I've done it with not growing hate in my heart, but actually more love. So it's something that should have caused me to be miserable and maybe even depressed or kill myself has caused me to grow, elevate. And I feel like on the journey to being my best self, right? I'm on that journey every day. At least I'm trying. So I'm conscious of it, and I do things with that in mind, right, family? So I'm just congratulating myself and giving myself flowers, because if I don't do it, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it outside. And the fact is, we don't need it from outside. And we shouldn't need it from outside. We should be intrinsically driven, right? Meaning we do things based on how we feel about ourselves, what we think about ourselves, not based on what others think, if that makes sense. The other principle that we need to master as humans is service to others and not service to self. We serve ourselves way more than we serve others, and that's not. We have to recognize we're all one. If you're not good, I'm not good. If I'm not good, you're not good. And once you get that principle, then service to others is service to yourself, essentially. Anyway, family, I just wanted to share that it's important. It's like 8 minutes. I didn't mean to be so long. It's important to pat ourselves on the back when we do something well. You know, it's important to give ourselves our flowers, because if we don't do it, sometimes we don't get them, right? And it shouldn't be based, because like, it's good to have encouragement, right? And oftentimes we have to look to ourselves to encourage ourselves first, but it's really nice to receive it from others as well. But that shouldn't be the driving and motivating factor, right? That's a byproduct. You know, accolades from others is a byproduct of achieving what you wanted to achieve yourself, if that makes sense, right? Anyway, family, I've given myself my flowers today, and I'm proud of the progress that I've made through all of this, through all of it. So many lessons, so many things learned, so many difficult times. But I think I did well, because I turned those difficult times, and I actually looked at it. What am I supposed to learn from this? This is all it is. Whatever goes wrong, I'm like, what am I supposed to learn from this? And I will tell you, in retrospect, every single time something horrible happened, there were lessons upon lessons out of it, right? And so I just say, okay, it is what it is, and I want to know what I need to learn from it. Because guess what? the universe will continually send you the same challenge and challenge until you get the lesson. So I recognize that. So once I get the challenge one time, I want to learn the lesson so I don't have to have the challenge again. Right, family? Anyway, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me give myself my flowers and congratulate myself and thank myself for the growth. That's the word that wants to come out. Thank myself for the growth that I've gone through. Like, so much growth. So much growth. I'm so proud of myself. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to listen, family. I love and I value each and every single one of you. One love.